I'm Andrew Edwards, and you're watching Gear Live. Over the past several years, LG has excelled in taking the lead in the production of some of the best looking TVs from both a picture quality and design perspective with their line of OLEDs. This year, they've released the new G series, which makes your TV take on the form factor of a piece of hanging wall art. In this video, I tell you all about it. What's going on, Tech Squad? Andrew Edwards here, and as I mentioned, today, I'm taking a look at the LG G10 OLED TV. Now, in particular, LG sent over the 77-inch G10, which I have hanging here on my wall, and that's actually the main draw of the G series. They're tailor-made for wall mounting. So much so, in fact, that LG doesn't even include legs or a stand for this TV in the box. Instead, it ships with custom wall mounting hardware, and you have to order a stand separately. Let's jump in further with an explanation of what the G series is, and just know that if you want more info or to pick up one for yourself, I will have a link down below. So what is the G series? Now, we've seen what I call LG's designer OLEDs before. I'm talking about the W series, super flat wallpaper TVs that you hang with magnets, but those have always been prohibitively expensive and generally out of reach for the average consumer. Here with the G series, we've got a model that meets that same designer aesthetic at a far more affordable price when compared to the W or R series. Most wall-mounted TVs these days use VESA brackets, which are more of a universal system, but here, LG designed a custom hinge wall bracket to really give the G10 a nice flat profile while being easy to pull out if you need to get to the ports. Looking at the design of the G10, it makes you wonder how they fit all the components inside this TV without the need for an external box or a mandatory sound bar to make all the connections like they did with the W series. The power supply, speakers, and all other electronics are strategically placed inside to allow the TV to be as thin as possible. Once mounted, the G10 is impressively slim, and when you aren't using it to watch TV content, you can have it display artwork. By the way, to complete the clean gallery look, LG recommends that you use a recessed box to hide the cables in the wall. But if you can't or don't want to cut into your wall, you can easily conceal the cables with a raceway cable mount that you can pick up at most hardware or electronic stores like the one I'm using here. When it comes to inputs and ports, the LG G10 features 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, all of which support 4K at 120 Hertz. You also get 3 USB ports, gigabit Ethernet if you want to connect to a wired network directly, optical audio output, and a 3.5mm analog output as well. Of course, the main feature here is going to be picture quality, and the G10 series doesn't disappoint. You've got a 4K OLED panel with LG's most powerful video image processor, the A9 Gen 3. It uses advanced machine learning to improve image quality on the fly, which you can turn on or off with the AI picture toggle. It also does a great job at upscaling content to 4K while keeping it looking good. Now, for those unaware, on an OLED display, each pixel is capable of self-illuminating to create over 1 billion colors. As is normal for LG TVs, the G10 supports several video formats and standards, including Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. This all means that you've got all your bases covered when watching high dynamic range content, so movies and TV shows will look great. If you're a purist, you can even enable filmmaker mode, which optimizes the picture and processor to show movies in the way that the editors meant for them to be seen without a lot of the post-processing that modern TVs use. But what is LG doing for the gamers out there? For everyone who's looking forward to the PS5, Xbox Series X, or who are sticking with current gen consoles or a PC, LG has you covered there as well. The G10 OLED has a 4K 120Hz frame rate, it's G-Sync and FreeSync compatible, supports variable refresh rate, auto low latency mode, and has a faster than 1 millisecond response time. When it comes to sound, I don't typically expect much out of a TV's built-in speakers, especially when they're this thin. That said, LG has a wide soundscape here with decent bass. Both voice and music sound good, But if you want to take the audio to the next level, you'll want to upgrade to a soundbar. Now, I've been using the G10 OLED with the LG SN11RG soundbar with Meridian technology built in, and this just puts it over the top. The G10 supports eARC, or Enhanced Audio Return Channel, so it can send uncompressed Dolby Atmos and DTS:X signals over HDMI to a connected soundbar or receiver. The SN11RG just so happens to be a 7.1.4 channel Dolby Atmos surround sound system with up-firing front and rear wireless height speakers and a subwoofer for truly immersive sound. So if you play a movie like Baby Driver or the Tom Hanks Apple TV Plus Greyhound movie, your ears will be in for an absolute treat. The soundbar also has Google Assistant built in, so you can talk directly to it to control the soundbar itself, as well as the rest of your smart home devices, and along with typical requests like the weather, trivia questions, etc. If you're an audiophile or just want to up your audio game when picking up an LG OLED TV, then LG's SN11RG is absolutely worth a look. Like all of LG's TV line, the G10 runs on webOS, which is personally my favorite smart TV platform. It's nice and fluid and easy to switch between apps and different inputs. The magic remote is still here, letting you point and click, use tactile buttons, or use your voice to control everything. The LG G10 OLED is available right now, and if you're looking for a TV to pick up in anticipation of the new game console generation that we're about to enter, you really can't go wrong here. You get a tremendous feature set in a killer design. Again, if you're interested, I will leave a link down in the description below. But now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what TV you're rocking right now, and what do you think of the design of LG's G10 OLED? Again, less of a TV design and more like a work of art hanging on your wall. Now, we're gonna be talking even more about TVs on the upcoming episode of the Geared Up podcast. Geared Up is a show I do each week with John Rettinger, where we talk tech, gadgets, and games. Just search for Geared Up in your favorite podcast player if you wanna listen. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.